and
China Mona,
bringing you the Central Campus News. Congratulations to Yasmin Mahida for placing fourth during the Shiloh Christian School Debate Tournament on January 28th. The debate team's last tournament is this weekend at Fargo North High School.
Tomorrow, MCC is hosting a Curriculum Awareness Day for Central Campus sophomores in conjunction with the Sophomore Addiction Symposium. There's a morning session and an afternoon session. Any sophomore who did not receive an information sheet on these events should come to the main office. Sophomores are not attending regular classes on Wednesday.
Due to the delayed start on January 3rd, the Central Campus School is being extended on February 8th. We are making up first hour from 2:57 to 3:47. On February 15th, we are making up second hour from 2:57 to 3:47.
There are still spots open in summer driver education. Please sign up and pay the $100 class fee in the finance office. Today is National Donut Day.
Governor's School applications are available at the link on the screen or stop by the counseling office for the link. February 15th is the deadline to notify a counselor.
There's a mandatory Spanish club meeting today at 3 o'clock in Ms. Tesla's room, room 225.
Students who want to participate in Mr. Troy Irwin Memorial Dodgeball Tournament that is being held on Friday, March 17th at Eric Ramsden Middle School should stop by the main office to pick up team entry forms.
Students who are interested in taking the Alive at 25 defensive driving course may pick up information in the main office. The course is on Sunday, February 19th, 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the North Dakota Safety Council, 308 40th Avenue, Northeast, Suite A. This course is approved for point reduction and insurance discount.
Lunch today is Sloppy Joes and French fries.
Lunch tomorrow is potato bar, regular or sweet potato on the salad bar, and a pretzel Bosco with cheese or pepper jack line and sliders in the regular line.
Have a nice day.
I'm Mike Smith, and you're watching The Harbor. What comes to mind when you hear the word beauty? I wonder why our definition of that word is normally just skin deep. This week on The Harbor, Kat Harris is going to challenge us to take a deeper look at that word and give it a broader meaning.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'll never forget the time I was booked to shoot my first editorial campaign in New York City. It was a little over 6 years ago. As I cabbed to the shoot that morning, I just kept asking myself, man, how did I get from being the girl from the suburbs of Dallas, Texas, to a fashion photographer in New York City? And my client rented this huge warehouse space in the city with exposed brick and high ceilings and scuffed up wooden floors. It was like the set of a movie, and I was finally playing a lead role. When I got there, hair and makeup was setting up their tools, and wardrobe was pulling together looks, and their assistants were steaming the tens and thousands of dollars with the gowns we'd be shooting for the day. And as I was setting up my lighting, I kept noticing our model. She was beautiful. If she wasn't already on the cover of magazines, she belonged on them. And then I saw hair and makeup picking at her face and her hair, and wardrobe pulling at her clothes, and I kept seeing these quiet little moments where she seemed lonely. And then I started to notice that no one was really talking to her as much as they were talking at her or about her pretty face. It was almost as if she were invisible. So as the day unfolded, I decided to get to know her. I asked her what her name was, where she was from, who she was. And in those tiny little 5 to 10 minute windows when I got to know her, she came to life more than any pose I had her in that day. I found out she had a baby, and when she talked about him, she lit up. The more and more I did that, the more she became confident and comfortable in all the poses I had her in. The day flew by, and the next thing I knew, we were wrapping up, and she quietly came up to me and said, "Hey, no photographer on set has ever asked me my name before. I just want to thank you." She grabbed her coat and went out to her cab, and I just stood there stunned. How is it possible that no one had asked this girl her name before? And isn't it interesting that this beautiful model could almost care less when people talked about her pretty face? But the moment someone stopped and asked about who she was, she lit up. I wonder if it's possible if beauty could encompass more than the skin we live in. You see, culture focuses on one facet of beauty, the body, the external. And those things can be beautiful. But the reality is that that's only part of the story. Maybe I'm not beautiful because of what I look like or what I do. Maybe I'm beautiful because of who I am. Maybe my worth comes from the inside. What culture promises beauty to be stops so short of what we actually experience it to be. We know that beauty encompasses more than the skin we live in, because when we feel valued, loved, acknowledged because of who we are, as opposed to what we look like, we feel it in every fiber of our being. And I want to challenge us that we have a higher price tag on us than the one culture offers. You matter, we matter, from our toes to our fingertips. We are consumed by beauty. When we collide with someone or something that is beautiful, it's like we've been given an invitation to see a bigger, more whole picture. Because beauty calls forth, it creates, it evokes, it hopes. We're actually immersed in beauty because beauty invites us to see the whole person. So what would it look like if you, your friends, your school, linked arms together to call forth a higher standard of beauty and worth? What if we stopped focusing so much on how many Instagram followers we had and put our phones down long enough so that we could see and really know the people that we pass in the hallways every single day? I wonder what possibilities would open in our lives, throughout our schools, and even in our culture if we stopped rejecting someone because they didn't act, dress, look, talk a certain way, and instead embraced and valued the differences that lie within us. I want to be a part of a generation that says, I see you, all of you. Your hopes, your failures, your fears, your dreams, your talents, your gifts, they all matter. You have a life with a story worth telling, and it's beautiful, every square inch of it.